All right. Ooh, it looks like audio's good. Okay. Yeah, audio's all right. After a few days of feeling a little low energy, I am back. I'm ready to start. Scrabble Go tournament bonus round. Number five, I believe. I think this is game number five, and we're going to be playing Bong Masnar. I will give Bong the first move of the game, so we're going to start. Well, first, let's just close this down, and we will start the game and see how we go in this game. All right. So I would love to go first in this situation and play doozy. But I think, as I said, we're going to pass my turn. I will skip and we'll see what Bong does, and we will give a wish of good luck. Hi, sorry for the delay. Good luck. And we'll see how we do in this game, whether I get to play doozy or not. Okay. So it's my turn in this game, and I see the score is still 0-0, which means I guess I'm probably going to be getting my play of doozy here after all. So Bong exchanges 3 tiles. Can we start the game? Yes, yes, of course. Um, I passed my turn, so you could begin. Hope that was okay. I see you exchanged 3 tiles. Okay, so I'm just going to assume that that's okay. I don't think I have a play with the Z that uses the V as well, as far as I'm aware. So I feel like doozy is definitely the play here. Don't need to think about this too much unless, yeah, I cannot imagine there's anything better than this. Let's go ahead and play this and see what we draw. Ooh, okay, so I have this rack here. There is actually a bingo through an N with this rack. I'll leave that to the viewer to figure that out. A very obscure word here. Other than that, I think I'm probably. Oh, it looks like Bong is actually here. So it's possible that we'll get some moves coming in from Bong in just a bit. I'm looking for something through this S or sorry, the Z or Y that uses the V. It's going to be kind of tricky to do. Um, but something under here is probably going to score quite well. I have every expectation that a play like this is not going to be available. Oh, okay. So clearly, so this N, that's such a shame. This N that was out in space. Oh, actually, I should hold on a second. Get my drawing tool, which is helpful for me to draw on the screen so you guys can see. So Perline, nice play. Um, so after I passed and Bong exchanged, there we go. Okay, so I can draw. Okay, so the play underneath the Z was blocked. I guess now there's a possibility that I will just play this to the triple. If I play Arvo here, this looks kind of nice because it leaves ASH, which is actually a very nice synergistic combo, that SH together working well. You have a vowel along with it to balance those 2 consonants. So let me just, oh, actually, oh no, I don't have Sahuaro here. It doesn't quite fit. I thought I had a play that hit both double word scores, but it doesn't quite fit. I'm thinking I don't mind Arvo here as a good way to sort of score decently. 26 points, balance and keep a nice balanced leave. Of course, the S is not super good here. Oh, wow, I drew These are really good scoring tiles. The W gets in the way of this being a super good bingo rack, but I should definitely be able to score some good points somewhere on my next turn. Let's see. Where could I do that? I mean, at the very least, I can just play CH right here for 24. I think I would much rather get the, excuse me, I would just rather get the W somehow off the rack. Okay, reheat. So the plays coming down very quick here. So the nice thing about this is I could play Chawd here for a lot of points in response. So this game, I wonder if this will be one of the quickest. So Chawd for 46. That seems pretty good. Let's just play that. We're gonna work with my S. So I take a narrow lead after that play. This is gonna potentially be okay, and I have a bingo of imposts on my rack. I also have impostos through here. So I have a bingo that's potentially going to fit through this A of Arvo, 63 points. That'll be pretty good. I also have imposts as a as we see, I'm getting points for these challenges here. This is not going to play anywhere, of course. If LAHT was a word, it would fit here, but it's not. So basically, let me slow down and just see if I'm not missing anything. I think my odds of getting... Oh, wow, wait a second. I forgot about the preheat hook. So even if... Okay, let's think about this. If my bingo gets blocked, I'm still going to have... I could play riposts here like this, but that uses both my S's. So that would score 48, but I think it's definitely better for me to play something like posit here, and that keeps my other S in reserve. The S not super good, but it would have some value to hook onto the end of posits going across on a future turn if I save it here. So let's see. Let's recap. What do I have here? I have a bingo through the A of Arvo, which I think I'm going to play. Impostos. Um, oh my God, I have tropisms. Oh my God, I have tropisms through the R for 100 for 104 points. I have tropisms here. So wow. If this spot stays open, I'm gonna hit a massive bingo in this spot. Um, so all right, not sure if Bong is here. Bong played the last move like nearly instantaneously, so we'll just see. I don't want to rush. Like there's no rush necessarily, but okay. Oh my God, there it is. Okay, so not only did I have the bingo through the A, fortunately, I saw the preheat hook, and then I imagined that my bingo through the R would actually still fit on the board, which it does for over 100 points. That's just a terrible stroke of luck for Bong. There's not much she can do about that. So, yeah, that's tough. Okay, so all of a sudden I have an enormous lead. I really did not do very much to create that situation for myself, but here we are. Okay, so my post bingo draw, I drew 6 consonants and an A. So immediately I'm looking through this E right here. If I can fit something in there, that would make some sense. If I can't, I will at least have something to the Y maybe, and maybe that's likelier. I think flanny is a word, or wait, flanny may, yeah, it is a word. So flanny is a word. It gets rid of 4 of my consonants and my lone vowel, so that's decent. There's also the idea that if I just play Fanny, this has some... The thing that's better, even though it scores 2 fewer points, is that keeping the L here is actually a really good pairing with the B. Okay, so I is played here. That looks reasonable. 27 points. So the reason that I would keep the L is just because it meshes very well with this B as a bridge between the B and the T. But I don't think it's that much better that I wouldn't want to just play Flanny for 2 more points and try to just draw some better tiles, try to get that second blank, try to get one of those S's. Um, and try also to get an E. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I also want to try to get an E because an E plays with the BY hook really nicely in that spot. There are actually a bunch of hooks to DOE that you might not expect, including the N. So in fact, is there maybe I want to play like no, I don't think I can. I think I probably just want to play Flanny here. Um, I don't have enough vowels to play alongside tropisms. So let's just go ahead and do this. It scores 24. It does have the drawback of putting a few letters out in space, but the board already has a pretty good bingoing opportunity underneath DOE. It has a D, which is a good tile to end with. So every now and then I'll regret opening the board with a play like Flanny, but there's no real way to score any points otherwise. So we're going to go for it. So we're motoring through this game. This is one of the faster games so far of this series. We are halfway through the game. It's only been, I guess, a little more than 10 minutes. So, okay. So I got my E, I got my N. And let's see. I can't quite go all the way through there. I need a couple different. So I have NEL, but that's not really enough. So what can I do here? I could play. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what Bong plays. Um, Something with NE. Yeah, that's not going to be it. I don't think the play is going to be there. It's pretty appealing to play through this A of Flanny, but again, there's no great way. I mean, Fab. I guess maybe I should play Flab. That's very uninspiring. Okay, there's Gap. Um, Putting that only scored a few points. So something to note here is that the A and the O go on top of G, and this could be a really lucrative scoring spot. Like imagine if I had an A or an O here, I would be able to score 34 points. I can't do that right now. I don't think I have a good play ending in P in the triple lane. So ultimately, I think it's reasonable for me to want to keep my E. Oh, wait a second. GEE. What can I play there? Nothing. There's nothing very good there. So I'm just going to play Flab. This does a lot to obstruct the lanes that I just created with Flanny. I played Flanny because I had too many consonants. I was trying to shed them. I was living with the risk of reopening the board, but at least with Flab now, I sort of lock down some of these lanes and I only give back 7 letter bingos that end in a vowel as opposed to a consonant. I can live with that. I give back the Flabs hook, which is very difficult to use properly. So let's just go with this. I think this is probably okay. And I drew what looks pretty good here. Is there a bingo in this? I don't know. It's close. If there isn't a bingo in this, it's definitely close. I think maybe not, but it's getting there. So at the very least, I can play something like this on my next turn for 22. That looks pretty good. It would leave a really nice balanced ENRT leave. I guess there's also, is there some, I don't have any letters that play underneath GEE, so this lane is not really particularly valuable. Um, yeah, I just don't think I have anything super good here. Oh, I guess I could play Graft if I wanted. That's probably better. That's roughly the same amount of points as a play in this spot would be, but Graft is actually really nice because it's very difficult to play alongside. Oh, okay. Now, all right, that changes a lot. Okay, now Bong plays TIE. Now I have a couple different hooks. I have a T hook and I have an N hook that I can use to potentially hit this triple. So at the very least, something now like target seems like a really good idea because Bong has now made a threat on this triple lane that is easily the scariest on the board right now. I have to address this spot. If Bong draws a bingo that can play for a lot of points on here, it's going to hit much harder than bingos that play here. And there's many more hooks to TAI than just the T and the N. There's also the S, the L. So I'm going to play target and move on. Okay, I drew those vowels I've been looking for. And I think I should be able to do something. At the very least, I suppose excuse me, I can play something like knife. That would score 34. That's pretty good. Oh, how about something with this? I can't quite go all the way through. All right, Bong plays Gop through the to the P. Again, I'm up by a lot. That tropisms play was just huge. It was just huge. Oh, I actually have stuff like this too. I could play Steak for 28. This isn't very good. Oh, I would much rather play Steak if I was going to do that. Maybe that's worth. I don't know. That's interesting. Um, Compared to Knife, right? So Knife scores 34, leaving 3 vowels, as opposed to Steak here, which leaves 28. I don't know. I think it's probably worth the extra 6 points to play up there. What's the situation here? 1, 2. Wow, a lot of eyes. A lot of eyes. Look at this number. Wow, that is a ton. So basically, I really, really want to use my eye here because the odds of me getting another one are enormous. So I'm not sure I have the ability to play an eye down in this part of the board. So yeah, like Nico, that's not a valid word. I think I'm going to be okay with playing knife here, I think. Because even though it leaves these vowels, there aren't actually that many vowels to draw, and I really want to make sure that I use my eye. Maybe I should play this. 34 points up there. Or what if I play this? 28, leaving just EA. Um, This is pretty good defensively too because only the O plays on top of the K. It's very difficult to overlap this, and the FE play here cuts this lane off as a bingo lane. So it's really bad board for bingoing after this. This is a pretty significant point sacrifice, but I'm going to do this because it uses my I. It keeps only 2 vowels with a high likelihood of getting more consonants. And it really makes things very difficult for Bong for bingoing on the next turn. So you can see I've drawn the Q and the J, not what you, and very quickly we see a play of wife in response. So yeah, obviously disappointing to just get hit with an 100-point bingo there in the early going for Bong. So all right, let's see. I have my Q and J. How am I going to do something with this? I mean, I could just play Chi right here and play wife again, leaving my J with my S and some other good letters to go along with it. I guess I could burn my S here if I wanted. 35. It's not, I mean, the Q here is very unlikely to hurt me. I could play Cot here. 17. I actually could play Jeet here if I want to. 32, leaving QIS. There are two U's still here. A lot of different ways I could go here, actually. I could play Cot here. 23. I think, actually, again, well, an I was just played, so there's still 3 to come. It's interesting. A lot of different ways I could go here. I'm going to go with. I'm just going to go with Chi here. And the reason I'm going to do that is that it blocks off this top lane. It uses my eye, which I don't want to duplicate, and it leaves me Jeet in reserve, right? So I will have, in all likelihood, a good 30-point J play in reserve after this, and I won't have to worry about holding the Q, which, as we know, if you've watched my Better Know a Letter series, you know how dangerous the Q is. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Okay, I drew CV, so definitely, my racks are not great, but it's a great time to have a rack like this when you're already up by a whole bunch of points on a really difficult board, as I am. That's the perfect time to have these racks with the really clunky tiles. As we see a nice X bomb from Bong, 40 points there. That's pretty nice. So, okay. I don't think I continue to sort of have hopes of looking under there, but I don't think there is anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and play Jeet as I said I would, even though it uses up both of my vowels. I'm going to live with that. I think it's probably okay. CVS Pharmacy on my leave. And it's, yeah, not a lot of help with the vowels there, but there's only a few tiles left. There is a blank. Actually, if you look at the unseen tiles, they're all really low point tiles. All of these, literally every single tile left is 1 point. And what we know about those low point tiles is that they are really good for bingoing. But if you look at this board, it's going to be really difficult. The only feasible place to fit a bingo here is with a ton of overlaps on this row of the board. So that's going to be very difficult to do. I would like to block that if at all possible, though also the score of the game is such that I almost am just, no matter what, I'm home free. I just need to not allow a huge out bingo here or a triple triple. Like if Bong opens the board by playing something in this area, I just need to close it down and make sure I don't get triple tripled on. So this is definitely cruising along towards being my fastest bonus round yet in terms of time, I think. I don't think it's going to take that much longer to get to the end of this game. Also, I've played the entirety of this game in one huge chunk. So yeah, we'll see. I'll take a look at the video after the fact and see if I missed anything. But okay, so Inia is played for only 6 points, and that is leaving pretty good tiles, right? So if you look at the unseen tiles, if there's only one tile left for me to draw, and if that tile is a U, there is a possibility. Like, let's think about that. So if Bong has ensure blank, let's just see if we can figure out if there is something playable through here. Ensure blank. It would probably have to be something like NES. Pruines, not quite. Almost. What about doer? Hold on. I feel like there might be something in there that needs to be blocked. So I'm just gonna do it because I feel like that's the only way. So if I just place something like Vors in this spot, that's gonna block the last area on the board where a bingo might go. I haven't actually spotted a bingo that would fit in that spot yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I think there's a good possibility that there is something there. So I'm going to block it now. I did draw the U, so we'll find out. I'll take a look after and see if there was something with insure blank that actually fit in this spot with all the overlaps. I feel like there might be. Insure in yours. Let's see. Oh, Rubines. Yeah, there is something. Rubines would fit in there. Okay, so with a blank B, there would have been a bingo in this spot of Rubines making all these hooks. So, okay, so there was something. It just took, I was going to start at the beginning of the alphabet and go all the way, but it took me only to get to the letter B to discover there actually is something there that needed to be blocked. So, yep, there we go. And now I have these letters where I think probably my next play is going to be something like Cud. And then that leaves the M. Although I think that Bong should be going out. Oh, you know what? I should probably play Mud and then Cox if that would be my 2-turn sequence here. So, okay, yep. What can you say? I drew a humongous bingo in the early going. I drew some other plays. We'll find out whether I missed anything big, and I'll try to put that in the sidebar of the video. But commiserations to Bong. Well done to Bong Masnar for being the winner of the 5th go round of the Scrabble Go official Facebook fan page tournaments. And kudos, of course, to all the organizers, to Brian and Phil and the whole team that run that Facebook group. It's a pleasure to be a part of it. Thank you guys for having me, of course, as always, for these games. Um, and yeah, any minute now, I'm sure that Bong is looking with this nice set of. Oh, wait. Oh, there was an M as well? Oh, maybe they're misunderstanding. Oh no. Oh wow, you guys saw that, right? I just brought up the unseen tiles and it showed M. It showed that there was an M, and then it's because I drew an M. I'm not 100% sure. Um. Anyway, whatever. That she did in fact have insure blank. So now she has ENU blank. So actually, if I play something like here, if I play this, she could play like Noom through this M for a lot of points to the triple. So actually, it's probably better for me not to play up there. It might be worth too many points for me not to. What happens if I play Cud instead? ENU blank bunts. So there will be plays to the triple no matter what I choose. Yeah, I don't know. Do I have any plays in here like Adam? That's not a word. Okay. In the interest of completing the game, I'm gonna still play up there. Oh, you know what I should do? Does this help me? No, I don't think so because UNE plays on top there, so that's no better. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and play Cud, and I expect to outplay through the C. That might not have been the best endgame sequence, but it's not going to decide the game, so we don't have to worry about calculating that. So yeah, bunts or punts or something like that is going to come down through the C if Bong sees it. Otherwise, I'll play the M somewhere, surely. Um, Again, actually, I still probably should put the M there just so that I could play Cox. If Bong were to not go out, I'll still just play Mope or something, or maybe Mew in that spot. Finish the game. Sim might be the best. Let's see. Look around for other spots. Elmo Not a valid word. Our favorite little Sesame Street guy. So, yep, we shall see. What else plays through that C? Bunce. Dunce. I mean, dunce. Dunce is the most normal word there. D-U-N-C-E. And that will finish off the game. So, yeah, I guess we are cresting the 30-minute mark for this game, after all, which is only natural. Takes a while to play a full game of Scrabble. Yeah, we'll see. So for me, looking back on the game, I guess if I had to say where's the move where I feel likeliest that I could potentially have made a mistake, maybe Arvo, I missed something better than this. Tropisms, clearly that was correct. I feel Doozy was clearly correct. Chawed, unless I missed a bingo with that. Also, okay, and there it is. There's Bunce. Okay, so that finishes off the game. Bong is going to collect some points from my M, and that's going to do it. So, all right, everybody, that's going to be bonus round number 5. Hope you enjoyed watching. Again, to Bong, I say, I got that 100-point bingo early in the game. That was really, really lucky, obviously. But congratulations, of course, on winning the official tournament, the 5th of its type in the Facebook fan group for Scrabble Go. So, all right, folks, that's going to do it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll look forward to doing the next one for tournament number 6.